Hi, I am Syafiqah Aina. Right now, I will share the knowledge of law situation that occur within the event management business. And now, we will discuss about contract dispute and cancellation in event. Let's see what the situation can happen. An event management company signed a contract with a venue for a specific date. But, due to unforeseen circumstances, the venue was not available. The dispute arose over the terms of the contract, including whether there was a force majeure clause and how it should be interpreted. What is the contract? An event management agreement is a legally binding document establishing a contract between two or more parties involved in event management. Event management agreement set out the terms and conditions that govern the responsibilities, obligations, and rights of both parties involved in the event planning and the execution process. What is the purpose of the contract? It is to ensure that both parties truly discuss and mutually agree upon the terms and conditions for engaging the event planners. Second, it clarifies the scope of service in detail to ensure the client understand that the service they can expect from you as the event planner. Next is about contract dispute in event management. For venue contracts, it will dispute regarding terms, conditions, and responsibility outlined in venue contracts. For service provider contract, it will dispute over the quality of services, adherence to specifications, payment terms, and liability in case of service failures. For the sponsorship agreements, it will be dispute related to sponsorship agreements, including issues with branding, exclusivity rights, deliverables, and the overall return on investments. For contractual obligation and breach of contract, and failure to meet the terms outlined in contracts, whether related to timelines, deliverables, or quality standard, can lead to dispute and potential legal action to breach of contract. For ticketing contracts, it will dispute over fees, revenue sharings, ticket distributions, and the handling of refunds in the event of cancellation or changes. Next, we will discuss about cancellation case. A high-profile event had to be cancelled due to a public health crisis. Attendees sought refunds for their registration fees, while the event organizer faced financial strain and legal challenges in determining the refund policies outlined in the initial contract. Let's further discuss cancellations. Cancellations can happen because of various causes. First, it's because of unforeseen circumstances. It can be natural disasters, severe weather, or other unexpected events can make it impossible to hold an event. Second, a change in plans. An event may need to be cancelled because the organizer's plans have changed, or the event purpose or goals have changed. Third, lack of attendance, lack of funding, and safety concerns. The safety of attendees, speakers, and staff is of the most importance. Fourth, legal issues. Certain legal requirements such as permits and compliance with laws and regulations that are not met may lead to a cancelled event. Did you know about Woodstock 50? Let's check it out. Woodstock 50 is a festival marking the 50th anniversaries of the iconic Woodstock music and arts festivals. The festival was initially scheduled to take place from August 16 to 18, 2019 in Watkins Glen, New York. Woodstock 50 was intended to feature a diverse lineup of artists, including popular contemporary musicians and some who had performed at the original Woodstock festivals in 1969. What are the key issues in these events? The organizers, led by Michael Lang, faced financial difficulties and struggled to secure necessary permits for the festivals. Reports suggested that the festival encountered funding issues, with potential investors backing out and concerns about the overall financial viability of the events. As financial challenges mounted, investors and financial backers reportedly withdrew their support. This led to contract dispute and legal battles between the festival organizers and investors who had committed funds to the events. In late July 2019, less than a month before the scheduled date, Woodstock 50 was officially cancelled by the organizers. What are the legal fallout for these events? First, breach of contract claims. The cancellation of Woodstock 50 resulted in legal disputes, with various parties involved seeking recalls. Acts related to contract dispute may involve breach of contract claims. For the second, cancellations announcements. The decisions to cancel Woodstock 50 was officially announced in late July 2019, less than a month before the scheduled dates. Acts related to the cancellations could include formal statement, communication to ticket holders, and legal considerations surrounding the decision to cancel. It will become with the implication and consequences of the scenarios. For the first is about financial impact. Event organizers may face significant financial losses due to unrecoverable expenses, including venue disposal, marketing costs, and advance payments to vendors and performers. If the ticket has been sold, the organizer may have to refund the participants. Second is about reputational damage. Cancelling an event can damage the trust of the participants, sponsors, and partners. Negative publicities and social media backlash regarding contract dispute can impact the perceptions of the events and damage the reputation of the organisers. The impact on future events is that cancellation make it challenging for organisers to attract participants and sponsors for future events. For the third, is about legal consequences. Cancelling an event may result in a breach of contract, claims and possible legal actions. Participants seeking refunds may take legal action if the refund process is not handled appropriately. Fourth, financial strain on small business. Small vendors and service providers may face financial pressure if they are unable to resolve contractual dispute with event organisers. The cancellation will upset local communities as they lose resources that could contribute positively to the local economy. For fifth, learning and improvements. Contractual dispute can prompt organisers to review and improve their operational and contractual practices to avoid similar issues in the future. And the last is operational and planning fallout. Efforts invested in planning, logistics and marketing are wasted, leading to the potential loss of organizational resources. They need to manage the return of rented equipment and process refund for tickets, accommodations and other related expenses. This requires clear and accurate communication to manage expectations and address concerns. What are the strategies to address the legal situation effectively? Clear and comprehensive contracts. Make sure the contract is clear on the rights, obligations and responsibilities of each party. Unclear language can lead to misunderstandings and disputes. Assess contractual obligations related to cancellations, including notice requirements, refunds policies and any penalties or damage stipulated in the contract. Second is about legal review and consultations. Seek legal advice during the contract drafting phase to ensure that the terms are legally sound and enforceable. Additionally, consult with a legal professional when a dispute arises to gain insight into the strength and weakness of your position. Seek legal advice to assess the legal implication of cancellations. Next is about document everything. Maintain thorough documentations of all communication records, contractual agreements and any supporting evidence. This documentation may be important in the event of a dispute and may help establish a clear timeline of event in defending and action or lawsuits. Next is about insurance coverage. Check the insurance policies to understand the coverage related to protection against this type of contract dispute and event cancellations. Some policies may cover legal expenses or damage for breach of contract. And next is about review, evaluate and learn from mistake. Conduct post-dispute and post-cancellations analysis to understand the root cause and identify ways to prevent similar dispute and cancellation in the future. Use these information to improve future event planning, risk management and contract negotiations. This task requires existing digital skills to be used and improved by learning a variety of new digital skills. This task requires the skills to research and analyze legal scenarios in the event industry using several technologies that can facilitate the process of finding information and analyzing. Several digital aids are used in the research process such as Google to find any information about the legal scenario in event management and Google Scholar to find articles related to the related issues. The information obtained needs to be presented well so that the audience can examine and understand what is being presented. The audience is more focused and interested in the display of pictures, graph, music and so on. Some digital technologies are used such as Canva to prepare slide presentations, CapCut for the video editing process, AI technology to get sounds, ensure that the video is smoother and so on. Learning digital skills are a result of completing tasks is very useful for the futures.